So for those interested in the other squads, we can have a look through. Here's our opponent's squad. Don't know why I clicked on that straight away. But Pete Cowan, let's see what they've got in store for the Force. They have got Salisi Manu there as well. Now, who have they really picked up? Vahamahina. Oh, wait, did I go? A couple Frenchmen in there. Paul Derbyshire, don't know if he's been there a couple of seasons, I think. Baden Kerr playing at 9. Interesting decision. Dom Shipley's there. Tuatara Morrison. They've got quite a lot of new players here in the Force. There is our first opponents for week 1. They've picked up Halo Nukunuku as well as a Russian at the bottom of there as well. But let's have a look at the New Zealand Conference. That was our opponent, the Force first. Let's check out who the Hurricanes have picked up or let go this season. Eric Sione leads the way, picking him up from Wellington as well. Dane Coles is still there. Not much has changed here. Dave Morgan, Samoan, coming in. Vlad Smith, a new name there. But really, the same has been kept on here by the Hurricanes. Not too much, I noticed there, has changed about the Wellington franchise. They got a Tim Marchino there. Another new name, probably a youngster. So they've got 35 players in that team. Let's have a look at the Crusaders, who they've got. David Perrott, another young player, I presume 32, not so young. He's come out of the wilderness and just arrived from nowhere. Who knows? Halangahu and number 8, Regan Halangahu from Tonga. Tyler Blindell still there. Chris Noakes outside him. Johnny McNichol, Petawiti still there. And Nad Ruku will be at outside centre. Well, goodness me, that man, his hair does not know whether it wants to recede or whether it wants to stay growing. First world problems for Nad Ruku. Henry Spate still there at the Crusaders, and Paizu, their fullback. What else have they got? Anything interesting in their reserves? Doesn't seem to be. Of course, they got Mark Priestland, not Reese Priestland. And who do they have? 33 players altogether at the Crusaders. Quick look at the Chiefs here. Danny McIntosh has come back into the team. Interesting as they had the French front row, didn't they? Well, they've picked up Jeffrey Tumungarellan as well. Well, that's not bad for Tumungarellan. He's gone straight to a starting spot. Good for him, alongside McIntosh and Salah in the middle now. Dongo's still there. Looks like they picked up a guy called Metz coming in to their second row. Marmia, Brady, and Sturgis, Matt Sturgis, another new name. So we've got Hayden Parker at 9. And Kaminati at 10. Another Frenchman. Well, they've picked up Basson. Now, Basson, I looked at him for the Highlanders team, but he's very old, 30. Didn't know whether we wanted to really pick him up or not, but they've gone to the Chiefs instead. Charlie Ngatai, Guy Armitage in the middle there, Alvarez, and Murivalu, of course, remember him, he had an absolute nightmare against the Highlanders. Matera's still on the bench for them, Tupi. And they got Matt Tamua on the bench for the Chiefs. Wow, I've seen it all now. That's a good pickup, but they need to use him. Tikaratuma, Robbie Frew, another one I really seriously looked at picking up for the Highlanders as well. Didn't quite fit into the plans. We got Geelong instead. Still not decided whether we got the better deal on that or not. Reece Marshall, Diaz, a couple of players, former Highlanders, Puliasi Manu, and 34 players altogether for the Chiefs. Now let's look at the Blues. And the Australians. So they picked up an Australian front rower, Palisi, Tongan, and Charlie Faumuina. Sam Carter still with the Blues out. He's been a good buy for the Blues, I feel. Tavita Kavubati is there as well. Solomon King, a new one on the blind side. Luke Braid and Kane Barrett coming in. Brummer, the Samoan, and at 9 with Alton Yantes playing at 10 for the Blues. Now, another one I looked at was Alton Yantes because I wasn't sure whether we wanted to go with a third fly half or possibly someone who plays like Francois Steyn kind of thing, who can cover 10 as well as everywhere else in the back line. So that's good for the Blues. Alton Yantes, a good player, no question there. Barotu is there. Willison, Wesley Fofana has gone also to the Blues. Oh, and Gwenya. Goodness gracious, the Blues have recruited very well. Now, let's go back. The Blues were our arch rivals, weren't they? Last season, 2017, was Highlanders Blues. They smashed us in the preseason, and then there's 2 very, very close games in the regular season. Wow, they're going to get better here. And Gwenya, Fofana, Yantes. Great backline additions to the Blues. What have they got on their bench? Peter Saili, Brendan O'Connor. Oh, there's Trenier. Now, they had him in the starting team last season, as well as Jamie Stewart. So they've dropped a couple of average players, and they've picked up some real talent. Visania's still there. Pratley, Ta'aval, McCartney, Custex. Well, Custex has moved from the Chiefs now to the Blues. Tuanga Fussy still there on the bench. 35 players for the Blues. Now, we might as well have a look through the rest here. The Stormers, Nakayama, they've picked up a Japanese player. Thomas Borders in there, Kibabaro, and they have Chris Thompson, Australian. Ian Rogers, Francois Lowe, good pick up there for the Stormers. And, well, they picked up a couple of weaker players here. And Sedondo on the open side. It's a weak spot for the Stormers, no question there. They got Dane Vermeulen at number 8, Pat Lambie at 9, and Dan Bigger at 10. I'm not sure about that at all. Mike Allen, Damon DeLandy, Anthony Allen. Well, they've got a trifecta of Allens there, don't they? Akar and Watabe, another Japanese player. Well, I'm interested to commentate this one. Allen, DeLandy, and Allen at 11, 12, 13 with Akar at 14. That's going to be interesting as well. Who's on their bench? It's Alstaff, Furi, Khaleesi, Van Answick and Coleman. They got Dixie Hatch van der Merwe as well. It's not a bad pickup, cheap player and a good player as well. Jaco Tauta's still around. How old's he? Out of interest, 26, still very young. And he's gone for 2 years. Brock Harris, Ryan Botha, Mahal Bray. There's some decent team here for the Stormers. 34 players altogether. Let's have a look at the Sharks here. And their team, well, not changing too much. Evaldi with Lam and Herbst beside him. Detroit Neville. And it's not looking good for the Sharks, is it? This is a very poor forward pack. 1-2 rated, 70 or above. And only just as well. I don't know about this team. This forward pack from the Sharks not looking good at all. Going to their back line. Ray Laulala, Whitehead and Volvo, good on the wing. Lutapi, I'm not sure about that one. Danny Jones and Ollie Morgan. I'm not sure about this from the Sharks. They got Dave Dennis on the bench. I'd put him in, I think he's definitely worth putting into the team. Van der Heever, Tanulala, they've still got Paul Jordan, a 68. Worth putting in the team, possibly. Yanni Duplessis, now that's a no-brainer. He's got to be in the team. Why would you have Yanni Duplessis sitting in the stands? Michael Fitzgerald, another one. A good second rower going over to the Sharks. Anton Bresler. Oh, they got Satoli on the bench as well. Why would you have a 71 rated winger on the bench when you just can't match that in the starting 15? Question time for the Sharks. I think they're going to struggle. The Lions, here we go. The Lions have gone and picked up Reg Goods from formerly the Highlanders, Ollie Hayes and Ruben Northover. So an all non-South African front row. Then they've got finally a South African there, Kruger. And at the second row, number 5, Favaro, Portuguese player. Derek Minnie's still there. And then they've got Julian Johnson. Frank will play 9 and a fly half. Gareth Anscombe at 10. Cochrane 11. Dalport 12. Di Natale 13. Jess still there, as is Chapman on their bench. What have they got to speak of? Nothing really. George Moala, good player, over 70 rated. Should be in the starting team. But look at this. This is horrible, isn't it? Oh, dear. There's a lot of 40s in there for the Lions. Goodness gracious me. Might be a bad season if injuries hit there. Now let's have a look at the Cheetahs. Could this be their year? Naakani, Strauss, and Brendan Edmonds. Not a bad pickup for the front row, especially when you got Scott Fardy in the second row. And Vermeulen. Not too sure about him. He's a bit lower rated. Look at this. Richie Vernon, number 6. Boom Prinsloo and Adam Klein. They're very good rated players as well. Boom Prinsloo not as rated as highly as he should be. Alga Watts at 9. Weak point there. But Dwayne Cox, the Welshman, coming in at 10. That's nice for the Cheetahs. And then best of their back line. Oh, this might... Oh, Maxime Stevenson. 81 rated Englishman. And Trevisan at the back. Now they've got some interesting names here. Linqui on the left wing. And Quantaroli on outside centre, an Italian. And, oh, that's an interesting name for a South African, but... alongside Joubert Engelbrecht could struggle there, 11-12. But then they're so strong out here. It's going to be an interesting season for the Cheetahs as well. What's on their bench? Roman Rule. Not much else to speak of. A few Oostenhazens here. Probably should be in the starting side as well. So the Bulls will round out South Africa. Let's have a look quickly what they've got. Luaki Moldi's gone there, heading good second row. Not so good front row from them. Zani Botha and TJ Uwani will fill the back row. And then it's Grabham at 9, the Welshman. Now this is where it goes downhill here. Fuchsia 10. Cavanese on the left wing. A good 71 rated player. Jonathan Davies at 73 on the outside centre, but he's playing an inside centre now. Waylon Murray, another good player as well. Saya Fikatan is a new name. The Tongan on the right wing, 64. Vidal at the back. Decent back line. Good forward pack as well. What have their reserves got? Not much there. They've got Cullen Retallick, Hugh Pyle, the former Highlander. Not much else going their way here at the back. Marku's a decent hooker. May Street's quick. And that's it. 33 players for the Bulls. Now let's have a look at the rest of the Australian conference quickly before we wrap this video up. Afiaki is off from the Chiefs. He's gone to the Brumbies. And along with Mark Breeze as well. Josh Beckwith is still there. Brad Shields has joined him. Magnus Lund and Alexander Tiley coming in at number 8 as well. Brock James. Wow. Why would you have Brock James at 9? And Asamu Clark, an Irishman. Never heard of him. Coming in. If they do that right, that could be interesting for the Brumbies. Could they be the Bolters this season? That will be one to call. Vainu will be on the left wing. Ryan Mills, Xavier Lomu, Civitella, Andre Taylor. Good backline. Non-explosive. No big names there at all, but a good backline. Their bench has an A. Smith, but Andrew Smith, just Leon Powers there as well. Morahan, nothing big on their bench though. Melbourne Rebels, what have they got here? Nothing changing for them too much. Archie Soialo. They've got John Hardy at the Rebels and Jordan Taufua. Great back line. Great back row, I should say. Look at this. Dusson. Jean-Marc Dusson at 9. Danny Cipriani back to the Rebels. Well, he was at the Rebels a few years ago. That's massive as well. Mitch Inman. Oh, Lavu. Gonna love that one when it comes to playing the Rebels. Lachlan Mitchell, Jake Owen, 70 rated, still a good player, good goal kicker as well. Luke Jones on the bench. It's a good backline too for the Rebels. Detroit Wikes, Peter Breen, Tom Kingston still there, Rockabaro. Oh, look at this, Toby Lestrange, American, Colby Fang is still there. It's a good team. Shota Horia, he's gone with the Rebels now. Well, he's back with the Rebels, I should say. That's a good Rebels team. Might struggle on the front row. And yeah, it's going to be a good Rebels team. What have the Reds got? They need something big in their side. James Curry, James Hansen, and James... Oh, goodness me, it's the 3 Jameses. Front row for the Reds. It's James, and James. You just don't plan this stuff. You just don't plan for this stuff to happen at all. Santoni will be in the second row. They've got Sony Leach, Butati there, Bo Robinson. Oh, there are a lot of no-names here for the Reds. They're going to struggle here. Cade Pokey, bit of a has-been. He's been in the no-man's land. Ivan Deneen, a good, decent little player as well. Cody Ray at the back. This is a problem here. If you're a Rebels fan, Matt Tondut, 42 rated. Surely they got better. Matthew Houston, good rated player, but surely Aiden Tower, put him on the wing. Goodness me, he's better than Tondut. I'll see what that guy's pace is. He's not going to struggle. He's not going to trouble anyone, is he? His speed is absolutely horrible. 24. That's disgraceful. Slowest Fijian in the world. James Alonso, put Aiden Tower in there. Oh, they've got a Bolokoro as well. Oh, Sci-Fi, Greg Holmes, some better players. But I think they just wanted the 3 Jameses here, didn't they? James Curry, James Hampson, James Slipper. Great stuff from the Reds. Here's the Waratahs. Can they return to their former glory of grand finals 2 and 3 seasons? Ben Daly to Tafu Pulota now, and Juan Pablo Acosta will be their front rows. Acosta the weakness there. Kane Douglas will partner Bastien in the second row. Zachary Tess, Michael Hooper still there, and Berto Lamy at number 8. Harries will be 9, and Les Camille, Frenchman, at number 10, a decent little player as well. Average squad, a couple of little weaknesses. Look at that. Ratu on the left wing. He's going to be a bit of a one to keep down too. 71 rated, not bad player. Oh, they're probably struggling through the rest of it though. Oh, 60s, not the best. What have they got on the bench? This Jock spot here to get him in the team. The 71 there, they've picked up Alberto Scarby. Get him in the team. Goodness me, he's better than the rest of it. Scott Eade, sack him. And Peter Beetham still sitting on the bench. Why? Why do you put him on the bench? I'm not sure. Paddy Ryan there as well. But that is it. Western Force we've already had a look at. So that is the teams. I know last time a lot of you were keen to seeing the teams for all the squad to see how they've changed or not changed for that matter. There is the squad lookout. Now let's have a quick look here at the fixtures list. We're starting off with the Forster Lions, the Blues and the Rebels in our opening 4 pre-season matches, which will be coming up very, very soon. Then it is the Chiefs' first match. Now remember, the Chiefs really give us a run for our money sometimes. I know last couple of matches we've smashed them, but the Chiefs, ooh, they could be good. They could be good. The Crusaders are second, and then the Sharks, and that is at home. So we're at Waikato Stadium, home, then off to Australia, Amy Park, to take on the Rebels and the Blues at Eden Park on the way back. The Blues are good. The Blues are going to be good this year. Hurricanes, that is at home, and the Chiefs, the second match against them is going to be done very early in the season. The Force for the actual match against the Force. There we go. Last match in April at home for the Stormers and the Waratahs before away to the Crusaders. Back home for the Reds. Hurricanes away. Cheetahs away. Lions away. I think we've got a good draw here. And the Blues at home to top things off. The 3 South African sides we face is Sharks, Cheetahs, Lions. Where's the other one? Shouldn't we face 4 South African sides? We're not going to. Sharks there. Oh, the Stormers. How could I forget? Oh, blonde moment there. I'm not even blonde. Goodness me. There's the Stormers as well. So we missed out on playing the Bulls, which arguably probably one of the better, the best South African side coming from last season as well. So the Blues wrap up the season. Well, what a way to wrap up the season as well. They could possibly decide the New Zealand Conference. So that is 2018's look ahead season. Thank you for tuning in and watching this. I hope you're looking forward to the season. I cannot wait. It's been hours spent trying to noodle that group of players you guys want to see into a team. It's been a tough ask, but we got there in the end. 8,000 to spare, enough for the bar after probably the first friendly match of the season, which isn't too good at all, is it? But there we go. The team is done. Who do you think is worthy? Who do you think deserves a chance first up against the Western Force? We'll give the whole squad a couple of runs in these pre-season matches and see who performs the best when we come to that first match against the Chiefs. That will be the season of 2018. Thank you for tuning and watching today's little insight into the Highlanders for the season. Hope you're looking forward to it, as I said before. And I'll see you all next time. Highlanders, Western Force, first pre-season match at Peterson Stadium. That one coming very soon. Until then, take care.